Barack Obama ruined politics. Because he's black. And truly, we aren't meant to elect presidents because of the race. However, how do I know he ruined politics? Here's why. Because black people don't even like Republicans anymore. And that's how Barack Obama ruined politics. And that may have very well been his strategy. Because he's such a great public speaker for black people about getting a job. That's why people believe that the country is racist now. And they would be incorrect. Let me tell you why. Because there's no sort of policy that restricts black voters from voting Republican themselves. In America, a black person can vote Republican and feel good. Because they got to have their vote counted. I watch CNN. The people I do see speak up for Democrats, largely so, are of a different race than white. Hispanic or black, maybe. I don't even like it. Because that means Barack Obama ruined politics. And he did. Man, I want to tell you something. When I was just talking about a black person being able to vote Republican, my mind was being totally covered by this witch. And you might not believe me because you're seeing through my mind. That's the craziest experience for me. Because that just happens when I talk. I turn into this little kid, who didn't become the Strawberry News in front of, I don't know, like Kid Cudi or Lil Wayne, you name it. Like a nobody, a complete nobody. I feel like a nobody in my head, but I'm not. People now largely do vote Republican if they want because they're pro-life. That's a policy that doesn't even have to do with race. Are there policies that have directly to do with race? I don't think so. And that's why Barack Obama is wrong to ruin politics. Because all these black people think the country's racist. And maybe they're even dying in some depression right now. Because of Donald Trump being an older white man who's known for a bad mouth. But it's just competitive to take out Joe Biden. He got to even lie to me about being a Catholic. Because when you say you are a Catholic on a stage, it means you're a Catholic. Okay? So sometimes what Democrats do is they say that they're Catholic and they're a Democrat. Because I get to be right about everything to myself. And that's what they say. However, the part killing, it's really killing. 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 Haphazard, even in the hospital. And they'll say to you, now it's a topic we can vote on because of the Supreme Court. And they'll say to you, I'm right about everything. Because I don't believe everything in my party. I just pick and choose what I like about my party. And then I get to be a Catholic inside of the party. That is killing all of these unborn babies. And I don't think it can really be in anything anymore. Because that doesn't make any sense. Does it make sense? No. So, first of all, I mean, hell, when we're talking about race, what's the point? Why talk about race? What's there to talk about with race? You might want to talk about the movie industry or the record industry instead. If you're talking about race, because then you can talk about race. Then it's relevant. The record industry? I haven't seen rock music, and I'm 31. Unless it's subdued in indie rock, that's when I can talk about race. Because I don't see anything but rap music. I'm a 31-year-old man. That's when I could talk about race. Or some, if it's a white woman, she's this queen for the LGBTQ. And I got into all that. Shoot, man. Shoot, man, there's nothing for a working class straight man. That's rock music. You gotta find some rock music. You gotta dig. Because I won't even give it to you. That's when you could talk about race. Barack Obama ruined politics. Because people are talking about race. They do. However, I don't know how many times I'll see a Latin American family stand up for the right to vote Republican because they believe in their family in America. And that's what real politics is about. Because that political party helps families the most. And what the Democratic Party is known for, and me and many others, is for standing up for people who maybe aren't at the middle school basketball tournaments, the youth basketball tournaments, because those are family oriented, okay? But if they are at those basketball tournaments, it's because of Barack Obama, because he's black, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. But that's a race. That's why Barack Obama ruined politics. I'm afraid for people. Because they lose friendships because of it. Acquaintances, peers. Maybe their whole life. Because he's black. And he ruined politics. Because he became this total black symbol about black men, believing they'll be able to get a job no matter what if they voted for Barack. And that's what it's stating. And that's all it is. And that's all it's going to be. And it sucks. Because now, if you're a Republican, you're a racist to people. And that's not even true. I'll tell you what. I've got these Time magazines in my bedroom. Okay? One's of Pope Leo. The other's of Donald Trump. A Republican president and the Catholic Pope are two common figures for a young Christian man to have in their life. Okay? However, that young Christian man could even be a little black boy. Okay? I grew up with those two figures in my life. However, so could a little black boy. That's why Barack Obama ruined politics. Because here I am, a 31-year-old man, and people are saying the worst things about me. And it's because I support Donald Trump. And the new Pope, Pope Leo. However, those are two figures I never got to be without. Just like a little boy of a different race could have had in their life. I'm going to lose my thoughts. The switch is taking my mind from me, man. That was a good one to get out. I don't know many women, actually, that could even date me. If I didn't have those two figures for marriage, the Pope and the Republican president, and I mean it, culturally. I really do. Because who are those people for? Who are those two people for? They're just for a little boy that plays basketball and gets to know Jesus Christ. Okay? Donald the Big Bully. He's the biggest bully I've ever seen. And he's a Republican as well. That's why the country is gone. And Barack Obama ruined the country. And I'll tell you that as well. Because I grew up in the country. And all we did was celebrate all these rappers. Now they're more controversial. All the rappers are more controversial now. All we did under George Bush is celebrate these rappers, man. I swear. We played basketball, you name it. It was street ball outside. I became a street baller outside for George Bush and the Catholic Pope, Pope John Paul II. That's why the country's broken, and that's why Barack Obama ruined politics. Because I got to live in that country. It was so pleasant. However, now, rappers or anybody, even the record industry heavily, they're using Barack Obama as a pillar to their America. But Barack Obama ruined America by ruining politics. Because now people hate each other. And we didn't get to hate each other under George Bush. And I was a street baller. I'm playing outside now. Like Dr. J. First there's race, then there's abortion. So what is it? It's the blacks and the women. They'll say you can't even do it. And that's not even true. It's not even true. Because abortion's killing. It's killing. Christians don't even believe in it. They don't. A Christian, they don't even believe in it. Abortion, because it's killing. And it's damn. However, Christians used to be popular.